question oftentimes comes up is, how much does an aircraft appraisal cost? Well, that'll depend on the aircraft. If a appraisal is done on a Cessna 150, a Beech Skipper, a Cessna 172, or perhaps a Piper Cherokee, well, maybe a few $100s, especially depending on how far the aircraft appraiser has to travel to physically examine the aircraft. Now, that appraisal can run into several $1,000s if someone is getting into a partnership or looking at purchasing something like a Beech King Air or a passenger jet of some type. So the price is going to vary depending on the complexity of the appraisal. Now, the other thing to ask an appraiser too, especially if you're talking to a stranger, you're getting a name online, is ask them if they follow the PAAO guidelines, and that's the Professional Aircraft Appraisal Organization Best Practices Guidelines. And there's a whole list of things a professional appraiser needs to cover in the appraisal. Other websites to go to get evaluation, a quick and simple evaluation on your aircraft, is also www.appraiseaplane.com. Also, the AOPA does have some resources to give you an approximate price of an aircraft that you happen to be purchasing. The last website I might suggest to you to get an idea of what an aircraft is worth is www.planedata.com. Now, at the conclusion of the appraisal, you've got a day where the appraiser comes out and actually physically examines the aircraft. The appraiser will spend at least a day getting together all the paperwork and preparing their written report. Depending on the complexity of the aircraft, probably a week or so later, you'll get a document in the mail, and that would be a appraisal, the completed appraisal, along with all the documentation. Now, why do you need an appraisal? Well, two reasons. One, if a partner passes away and that partnership is a part of their estate, and if the estate is contested and the will goes to probate court, then that probate judge is going to say, how much is this aircraft share worth, and what basis do you have to price it the way that you do? And that's where a professional appraisal comes in handy. Also, if there would be civil litigation on there, let's say a partner takes out personal or business bankruptcy, that aircraft share can be an asset that can figure into that particular bankruptcy, and the bankruptcy court is going to want to know what's the exact value and what is the professional basis that you place the value on to determine the price of the asset for litigation purposes. Well, that's it for today. Please text me or email me your questions, and I'll be happy to respond to them as best I can. Take care and fly safe. Bruce Ludeman with HangarBuddies.net. If you're watching on YouTube especially, please hit like, share, subscribe. If you like these videos, or especially so if I can answer questions for you, please consider going to HangarBuddies.net and purchasing the small book, Keeping the Peace in Partnerships, A Guide to Aircraft Co-Ownership. And you'll get many tips on organizing an aircraft partnership, as well as an attorney-written set of bylaws. And I've had people use the agreement for expensive sports cars, antique cars, summer cabins, large sailboats, and I even had a marriage happen from one of these. So I'll look forward to visiting with you soon. Again, please keep in touch with any questions that you have. Be talking to you soon.